my sister is going through a breakup and some turmoil
So
in her
you
life.
Ebenezer been playing.
Do you know what? I might start hearing Evanescence when we move. I don't live with her yet, so I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure it has been. I'm sure it's thick in those AirPods.
Oh, next week, Evanescence will be one of the ones I need to listen.
Oh, yeah. Wake me up. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Everyday Shit, where we discuss everyday events and give our opinions on it. This is myself and Georgie.
how's it?
As I say, we try to hopefully entertain you with our point of view on everyday shit.
What do they say? Unsolicited advice.
That's it. That's actually very true. So yeah, otherwise, okay, how's your week been?
I first want to start off with saying that I listened to Matchbox 20.
Yes.
Turns out I know who you've been going on about the whole time. Like, I listened to a few of the songs. First one, I was like, oh, I know this. Second song, I was like, oh, I know this. Third song, I was like, okay, wait. I just didn't know the name of these people.
Okay. No, well then that's good.
So, like 5 weeks or 6 weeks too late, but I did listen to it. I know
Okay.
who you're going on about. They have some good tracks, yeah.
And funny enough, now, who's the one that I had to listen to? Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey.
Funny enough, I assume because I obviously added some of the music, now I'm getting a lot of her music coming into my playlist.
Nice.
So yeah,
She's like chilled blues type of music.
that Henry Come On, still like a killer song.
Oh, yes. For a second, I was like, what are you? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's a goodie. That is a goodie.
That's on my favorite playlist.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I actually was looking, so when I was listening to it, I was looking through, because I don't use Spotify or whatever, I use YouTube Premium.
Yes.
And goodness, I was looking at my playlists and everything. I was like, I need to get my life together with my playlist. Like, there's like all these different things, and I just keep pressing download, but I'm not actually like sorting them out into playlists. So 1 minute it's Lana, next minute it's like in rock, the next minute it's a house track, and I'm like, God, I need to get these playlists together.
Well, the good thing is at least you've got various tastes in music.
I can literally listen to everything.
I know. So
Everything.
I'm on.
Just depends. What are you doing? What's the mood? Whatever.
And now here's the other thing. When you're home, what do you rather have? Music on, or I know probably music because you don't really do TV.
Yeah, I'd rather have the music on. Also, because if you're doing something, you'd rather have a podcast or music.
Yes.
If I'm cleaning, then I'll play like some tracks while I'm cleaning. That's more or less that. But if I'm like just chilling or doing some work where I don't need to really use my brain a lot, then like, yeah, I'll listen to a podcast here and there.
Okay, and what was?
I like to listen to some of like the motivational ones, some of the psychological ones. And then there is like here and there where I listen to like stupid ones, like those shits and gigs people. And there's one called Stiff Socks.
Right?
Yeah, it's like this. It's two guys, and they always have like a female on as well.
Right.
They really just talk about cuck, to be honest. Yeah, kind of like what we do.
Yes. Well, maybe an inspiration.
Yeah, and you?
Yeah, this podcast I like listening to the Therapy Crouch, which is Peter Crouch and his wife Abby Clancy. So she used to be like a model, and he was
Yes, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
So they've got quite a good dynamic. So they're quite entertaining. He's always the one that's like taking bullets, and she's the one that's always like giving the bullets. So they play well off each other.
I feel like you also go through stages of life that make you listen to different things. Like, I had a very big like change in like things that I listen to, and also in like my life, and like I've told you, my long-term breakup and blah, blah, blah. So at one point I really enjoyed listening to, there's a podcast called Girls Gone Bible, and it's like about these two girls that really used to just be like party animals, and they used to just like sleep with anyone. They really just were like, you're in your 20s, do whatever the fuck you want, whatever. But then as they started getting older, they realized that like values and morals and things like that really do come into play. And they also became religious. So I don't sit in like a line with everything they say, but there was a lot about that podcast that I really enjoy.
Resonate.
Yeah, because it just matured so well. And they matured so well and just started speaking about such quality things as you're getting older to your 30s, mid 30s, whatever. So yeah, that one, I thoroughly enjoy that one. And they do sometimes Bible bash, but you can just look over some things. Like, you don't have to agree with everything people are saying.
100%.
So yeah, I really like that one as well.
And not just that, the thing that I sometimes feel that people also always take a bit overboard is, regardless of whether it be music you listen to or podcast you listen to, just because you listen to the podcast does not necessarily mean that that's your point of view as well.
100%.
Or if you listen to music and let's say, for instance, it's a certain way, does not mean that you enjoy the music.
Yeah.
And like, I'll give you an example. Like, I'm a big Marilyn Manson.
Yeah. It's not that you worship Satan. Maybe you just like the backtracks.
I never see it. I like the music. And then, like, my mother would always like look at me and be like, you know, like, why are you listening to this guy?
You're going to be a killer one day.
And then I'm like, listen, his shit that he says about God, he's got to deal with God about that. Not
100%.
me. You know, just because I'm listening to it doesn't necessarily mean that I have the same point of view, but he's going to have to answer to God, not be.
And it's honestly in everything. Like anything you listen to, it's all about like flipping drugs, women, this, that. Like if you listen to hip hop, it's all about weed and drugs and women and this and that. Like I'll listen to some of it. I don't take in any substances. I don't even smoke weed.
Yeah.
Like honestly. So it's like listening to that doesn't mean that that's how you live your life.
And I said sometimes, as you say, sometimes things have just got to catch you, or the beat, or I don't know. As I said, like I've got a wide variety of music that I like to listen to as well, and then also it's mood dependent. So yeah, if I'm in a foul mood, then you can be guaranteed there's some heavy metal or like alternative. So my mother always used to know, like when I used to come in from my room because I stayed outside, and she could hear my music, and it's like,
Sucks out your mood.
yeah, like what's wrong? Because I'm like, no, why? She's like, nah, when you play heavy music like that, then I know you're pissed off.
So we used to know this about my sister, the middle one.
Okay.
Every time we heard Evanescence play, we were like, oh God, she's going through a breakup again or something. Like, obviously back then it was like high school and just after high school, those things are so menial. But every time you heard Evanescence, it was like, this one's going through the most again.
That's a go-to song.
Yeah.
That's also a lot of times what I like about music is that it can cater for all your different events in life. Like once again, when you're falling in love, then you've got like certain songs that you like and like really put you in the mood for that. And then so when you go through a breakup, you got the songs that you go to. So I think Elton John says it in that sad song that he sings. That basically somebody writes a shit down and it then obviously gives the rest of us something to
resonate with. Yeah, that's true. Because you'll see sometimes there'll be like these artists who are in like the happiest relationships and they make all these sad songs and you're like, okay, what's going on in your life? And they're like, no, I'm just catering for you people.
Well, like for instance, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift was very synonymous with breakups because obviously at one stage, remember, she was really going through.
I know, and she would always make a killer album after breaking up with someone.
This is like breakups. Just
I don't want to date her.
Yeah, because you gotta get.
There will be an album.
That's it. Well, the thing is, at least you can say, no, that album, all about me.
Travis, we're rooting for you.
Yeah, because didn't they get engaged?
Yeah, I saw.
I like them as a couple.
Me too.
I think he's a lad.
I don't know much about them. I don't know much about Taylor Swift, but I have a friend that is massively obsessed with her and even flew to Amsterdam to go watch her and whatever. So she likes to keep me updated about Taylor Swift things, but I really don't care. But she updates me, so I know.
Okay, I know. As I said, I'm a bit of a Swiftie, but obviously not to the extent where I follow her life.
I think I can definitely respect her as a lyricist.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen some articles of like just words that she's put in her music or like sentences, or if you apply yourself and listen to some of it, I think her words are like, the way she structures sentences and words is just really good. Really, really good.
Yes.
She uses some big words as well that I'm like, yo, I can't even sing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
As I say, so don't follow that intensely, but I do like her music. It's, once again, it's catchy.
Yeah.
More than anything, you know?
It is.
Like that, never ever gonna get back together, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
22 or whatever. So she hasn't got catchy tune.
She, for me, has like shower music. She has like shower music, you know? While you're in the shower, you're like 22.
Yeah, when you feel like getting singing with, singing along. So then him, obviously I know from football because I do like watching the American football.
You actually kind of like the American sports.
Yeah, I love the American. That's the only reason I still have DSTV.
Really?
Because all
Like the only person in my life that I know that has DSTV.
still have a satellite and a decoder because I need to be able to record it because all of these sports always get played like after 2 in the morning.
Oh, the time difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like you can get the stream. I've got the stream option as well.
And you're not up at 2 in the morning anymore?
Not so much. Actually, not. Like,
Okay.
that's one thing that has sort of paid. And also, for instance, I'm not up at 2 in the morning anymore. I've now sort of got like an 11 o'clock cut off. My phone must be off.
That's pretty good for you.
Yeah. And what else? I was going to say, although I was up early this morning to watch the Canelo Alvarez versus.
Oh, is it? What's early?
I set my alarm for 4.
Okay, that
Yeah.
is early.
Yeah, just to. So I got up, I quickly switched it on. I left it on in the lounge and I was like checking, okay, it's not the fight yet. So I quickly checked who's fighting in which order. And I was like, okay, there's about 3 more fights. So then I set my alarm for like 5 and then 6.
Okay.
And then I got up.
Yeah, because the main fight is always actually later. You don't have to be watching all the pre.
100%. With the boxing, especially, I just truly watch the main fight. Because the other fights are not really some. But with the MMA, a lot of times there's few good fights.
Okay, so you like watching the MMA, you like watching the football, American football, you like watching baseball. I know you're into your baseball and you can play baseball.
Yes, and then ice hockey as well.
Oh, ice hockey.
Yes.
How did this happen that you have this love for the American sports? But have you been to America?
No, I haven't.
You get your ass there.
Because New York is like
Mm.
bucket list. So my dad's always had an obsession with Americans and Nike. So, like when I was a little kid, you'd go to America and come back and you'd be like, these techies, they'll like kill you for these shoes in the street. And then obviously you used because I need to get those tattoos.
Yeah, because like the Nike store there, I think it's in New York or LA, it's like 3 or 4 stories.
Nike World.
Mm.
Have you ever been to the Nike?
Mm-mm.
So obviously I went to Nike World in London.
Yeah, so I went to London, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's all 5 stories.
I was so amazed when I saw the selection of gym tights that they have for women. We have fuck all here in comparison to that. It was like every single size, every single color put into the sizes. It was like a whole room dedicated to tights almost. And I was like, why? Why can we not have this?
Yes. And I'll tell you what it will be.
Mm.
Obviously I think you get close to it maybe in like Sandton City and that sort of stuff.
No, I wouldn't even say.
Because we went to the Adidas store in Sandton City one day. And
I've never been to that one.
oh, massive.
I went to the Nike store and the Nike store is huge. But I feel like everything is just spaced out and that's what makes it look huge. They're actually not holding a lot,
Yes.
if that makes sense.
I think you actually could be right. Same thing with the Adidas. It's like really big, but it's not like it's jammed.
It's not stocked. That's
Yes.
the thing, yeah.
But I mean, they had things that you normally wouldn't see. Like they were like these really cool pennies with like a tassel at the top and stuff, which you don't normally see in a normal
No.
store around here. So they had a bit more of a variety, but you're saying nothing in comparison to Nike.
No, you need to get yourself to America if you're so into their sports.
Yeah, and then obviously I played baseball. So and then baseball, and then Mighty Ducks came along. So then I got into hockey, and then, I don't know really how I got. So then also TV games, you get John Madden football. So then you start getting into all these sort of like American sports and whatever. And then it's funny how when you play those games, you start getting to know the players. So then you start watching TV to see if you're like, oh no,
Okay. Yeah, no, I grew up with European parents, so that was never going to happen.
You watching football.
Football and tennis.
Okay. Well,
And the basketball. Like we are.
yeah.
Serbia is pretty immaculate at
Yes.
the.
And obviously you've got
There's some really good players.
yeah. I mean, you've had Novak Djokovic is obviously.
Yes, we have. We have Djokovic.
Novak is ours. Okay.
Super proud of that one.
Yeah. Well, considering at the moment I would rate him as the GOAT.
I would think so. Yeah,
I
definitely.
think up until a couple of years ago, I think it was Roger Federer, and I'm more of a Federer fan. But I have to say that obviously with Djokovic's amount of titles,
There's no doubt that those top 4, what they've achieved is just incredible. Even Murray in there,
yes.
they've achieved some great stuff.
Yeah, although Murray, you see, because like always ahead.
But if you think about it, yes, Andy Murray doesn't have nearly as much as they have, but he was part of their generation and everything that he was losing was to one of them. So he is part of that GOAT title with them because it was them 4 always going up against each other. It's just that the other three always got better of him.
Yeah, so if the other three weren't there, Mane probably would
He would have,
would have cleaned up.
100%. So, I mean,
Unfortunately for him, he just ended up playing in the golden era.
yeah,
Well,
that's
under the golden
unfortunately for him. He ended up playing in that era, and then that's why he is where he is.
because goats of all time, or the goats all coming.
I think it's gonna be a long time till we see tennis like that again.
Because I mean, Sampras was good. It wasn't nowhere near.
Nowhere to yes,
see. Bjorn Borg.
yes.
Um,
We're not gonna see that for a long time. I think.
yeah.
Shame.
Anyway, so work-wise, good week. Or no, actually, quiet. You said.
I've had such a chilled week.
Okay.
I've been so chilled. I've been getting rest. I haven't played so much paddle, which has been shit. I like playing a lot of paddle, but when I look at my bank accounts, I'm like, I need to stop spending so much on paddle. But you know what is new? Okay, 2 things is new in my life. I am moving. I found a place.
Well,
Yes.
where you moving?
So I'm moving, literally, which is so nice, like in the same complex as my mom.
Oh, okay.
Found myself a nice 3-bedroom there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm moving on what looks like it's going to be the 1st of November.
Okay.
So yeah, just trying to like get my life together with that. I have some things I want to go buy. Like I want to buy a new fridge. I want to buy a new bed, things like that. I have some things in like storage from before. So that's pretty exciting that I'm making the move.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So very nervous about that.
Yes. And fridges and shit is expensive.
Oh my gosh.
Like if you want to get a nice double door fridge,
Fuck.
20 odd grand.
Why must I give my left pinky toe for a fridge? I don't understand.
It's crazy. Like during my divorce thing, I was like, I want that or the fridge. And then she's like, okay, you can have the fridge. And then she was like, how much does the fridge cost? And I gave her the amount. She's like, no, you can have that. That's yours. I leave the fridge.
Oh
So I
no.
was like, okay.
Even beds, like I think I was so unaware of how much this stuff costed. Like, so I lived with my ex in the past. There was a lot that I left. Like I just like cut my losses and I was like, you know what, whatever. I fucking left the couches, this, that. So I was like, I'm not doing this tit for tat, whatever.
Yeah.
And I kind of just did start afresh. So I've accumulated some things over the last couple of years. Like I got my couch, got some appliances, everything for my kitchen, a TV, blah, blah, blah. So like honestly, I can move
Yes.
and be perfectly fine.
Yes.
Other than the bed. Like I need a bed.
Okay.
I could sleep on my couch, but that's a bit ratchet. So I'm definitely going to go buy a bed like straight away, like now, this weekend probably. But like other big things that you want, like air fryers and fridges and things like that, I was just like so unaware of how expensive this stuff is. I thought you could still pick up a fridge for like $5,000, to be honest.
Well, you can. But it'd be a
But it'll be like a small one. Yeah. So, and I'm like a food prepper person.
Yes.
I like to like cook large meals and I don't mind putting them in Tupperwares and freezing them or whatever. So I always have stuff.
Yes.
So I can't have a fridge with a tiny freezer
Yes.
because I want to be able to like buy a lot of stuff. That's how I live
Yes.
because I like things to be planned. So I like to know that like if I'm playing paddle or running late or anything like that, there's something I can pull out of the freezer or in the fridge, put it in the oven or in wherever, and I got food. But I make it myself. So I want to be able to have a big freezer so that I can buy all my meat and everything, whatever, and then prep my food as I go.
Okay.
So that's my dilemma there as well.
Okay, so you're moving. That's cool.
I am moving,
And
yeah.
what's the second?
The second thing is I have taken up bike riding.
Yeah,
Like
motorbike
trail
or
riding.
trail
No.
riding?
So
A bicycle.
yes,
Okay.
bicycle riding.
Basically.
Yeah. I was riding a lot. Remember I told you I was riding a lot in Ireland?
Yes.
Like they just take bicycles everywhere. So then I was like, when I got back, I was like, I actually really thoroughly enjoyed that. And I was always under the misconception that we can't ride bikes here because, it's suburban, it's unsafe, that like the roads are packed, whatever. But then the more people I spoke to, the more they were like, we have amazing trails in Joburg. Like there's so many good trails that you can go on or whatever. So I started looking into buying a bike.
Okay.
This was also something I was very unaware of how expensive
So
they
you
are.
lost a little pinky toe for your fridge. You're now about to lose a kidney, probably.
Yeah. Well, I've lost the kidney because I put the pill in and I bought the bike.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Well, that is.
But what happened was, you know, I told you I'm seeing someone. So
Yes,
he
yes.
is very much in like the
Yes.
motor world and whatever. So he organized through like a friend of a friend that works for like one of the shops to give me like an immaculate discounts,
Okay.
you know, and things like that. So I did end up for getting a very good discounts and, you know, whatever, accessories and things like that. So not only did I pay less, I also like got more for what I paid.
Okay.
So it just seemed like too good of a deal. And it was the last bike in the country.
Okay.
My friend bought the one. There was two. She bought the one with the same height, everything. And then she was like, "Oh, if you don't buy this one now, it's the last one." So I was like, "Fuck." So I got him to phone his friend, and then he confirmed. He was like, "It's the last one I have." Like, so then I was like, "Just buy the damn bike."
Okay.
Yeah. So
You get the helmet.
I'm going now to get the helmet after this, actually, because I didn't get that yet.
Today.
Yeah.
And where are you getting it?
Well, I think I'll go to Sportsman's Warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need to get, and then I'm actually going for a ride.
This afternoon.
Mm. Yeah. So
I got to put it to
I only tried the
Did it?
bike yesterday, like for the first time. It's been sitting in my house for like the last 2-3 days, but I've been working and whatever. So yesterday I was like, let me go try the bike a little bit. So I just took it in the road up and down.
Okay.
But I have like a quiet road that goes to a cul-de-sac.
Right.
So I just rode it up and down there a little bit. I was like, okay, cool, figuring out the gears, what. And then, yeah, I said,
Christmas.
yeah,
I like.
yeah, literally. I was like standing and I was like, oh, look at me go. I was like a child. I said to my sister, I was like, do you want to come watch me ride?
And you've got, if I can remember correctly, you've got quite a steep downhill to your.
So it's a very steep downhill, but if you turn into my road, it's a straight, very short, straight street.
Yes.
But then obviously to get anywhere else, then you go down the hill. So I just rode on that straight one.
But coming into your like complex.
Oh yeah, it's like this.
It's quite a.
Oh yeah, no, I walked the bike up there.
Okay, I was gonna say because it's quite a tough start to your bike ride.
No.
But then it's a
No.
very nice way to come home.
I did that walking thing, you know.
I just want to warm the tires up.
Yeah.
We just warm, you know, and also into the gears.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, but then you got a nice little comeback home.
Mm.
Okay.
So I'm riding today for the first time with my new man.
Okay.
And he is like a fanatic on this thing and he can wheelie it and does this and he can jump it and whatever. And I said to him, can you just calm down? Like when we go ride, can we just do like a nice little, he's going to be so bored.
Romantic.
Yeah, can it just be like a nice little, he's going to be so bored.
Hold hands while you're holding onto the bike.
So I bought it with a friend of mine
Okay.
and her boyfriend. And her boyfriend is also like a menace on a bike or a bicycle, doesn't matter which one. Also always like popping wheelies and stuff. So then we just said, okay, well, we'll ride together and they can go ahead and be like crazy and
so
whatever.
you're doing like a double date drive.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? To like constantly have all four of us ride together.
Which makes sense because then you have the two more experienced riders that can sort of ride and each other.
Yes, and they can also like teach us
Yes.
sort of
And
different
you
things.
get learning together.
Yes.
Okay.
So the goal is to like get good enough that eventually we start doing like little weekends away with our bikes and, you know, become those people.
I was just going to say, and become those people.
Become those people.
Okay, well, lekker.
Mm.
So,
The nice thing about the trail riding that I've noticed is it doesn't have to be like cycling where you're doing it like early in the morning.
yes.
A lot of them are like under trees and things like that. So you don't have to be going at like whatever time.
Dawn.
Or like later in the day, like a 3-4 o'clock ride is very nice. And I'm into that. I don't want to wake up at like 4 in the morning to go ride my bike.
Yeah, that's like
So-
kids.
Yes. And I don't want that.
Nah. So,
So-
where are you going this afternoon?
So I'm just going now up the road to Red Flay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lekker.
Just to suss it out and start.
Okay.
Just keeping it south today
Yes.
because I want to go buy the helmet and then just try it out because it's brand new, obviously. So I'm very excited and nervous about it.
Well, we'll have a check-in next week.
You'll have an
Yeah.
update on whether I fat on my face or not.
Well, I'm sure you won't, but please, you'll let us know how the legs and the bump and everything felt afterwards.
Yo.
Let's see.
The vaginal area is gonna take a knock.
But anyway, it'll all get used to it. I'm sure eventually you'll end up buying the pants that has a little bit of padding.
So I have looked at those already.
Oh,
The thing is, they're ugly.
they are, but they're an investment, you know.
I know.
You know, the next time you're not walking like a cowboy.
Yeah.
You're like, those pants are cock ugly,
Yeah,
but they did their job.
that is true. Or I want to just try and get good enough to stand most of the ride.
Yeah.
But then, like the poor quads.
Yeah, but not just that, though, especially if you're doing a bit of an uphill. Yes, if you need
Mm.
so then the legs can just do a little bit of work. Because you say to climb.
But they don't. So like these oaks that are like, whatever, know how to do it, their goal is like to stand from like the whole thing basically. Like as the least that they sit, the better. And naturally, I think obviously because you're like absorbing the rocks and everything like that, so being on your quads is better.
Yes, I can understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm more of a comfort rider. You know, I'm there for the view.
Me too. And I keep saying to my friend, I'm like, we can just ride behind them and talk shit.
Yeah.
I just want like a casual ride. Like, we can have conversation. Whereas they're like, doing like jumps and stuff. And I'm like, no.
We'll see you at the end.
Yeah. Like, no one needs to be jumping this. Don't be crazy.
Hey, so you have two new things. So I'm quite chuffed for you with the moving. So that's going to be quite lekker.
I know.
And
I'm very nervous about it.
I was also going to say, like, do you think it's going to be because you've now been living with your sister for a few years?
Yes.
So you're used to having a bit of noise and people in the house.
So what I didn't mention is I actually did offer to my other sister to move with me.
Okay.
Yeah. So it looks like she's going to move with me as well. So my sister is going through a breakup and some turmoil in her life.
Vanessa's been playing.
Do you know what? I might start hearing Evanescence when we leave. I don't live with her yet, so I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure it has been. I'm sure it's thick in those AirPods.
Oh, next week, Evanescence will be one of the ones I need to listen.
Oh, yeah. Wake me up. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, yes. So I did offer to her because I found a place that's big enough, whatever. I just said to her, like, if you want and if you don't want to be alone or anything like that, like, come move by me. Like, it'll be good for you.
And not that I must be honest, I think you're quite fortunate with the fact that you've got siblings that are so close and so on and so forth. And I guess still all fairly single or whatever the case may be. Because I'd love to have had, like, when I moved out, like, have a sort of like a housemate, sort of like live with, you're not always at home by yourself. But, so I think it's lucky that you're going to move with your sister. So you're not like coming home to an empty house.
No, and it is also literally right by my mom.
Oh, yeah.
So she's like a few units away, which I think is also pretty cool. And then literally like the complex across the road is where Tasman, my friend, stays. So like I'll probably take my bike to her house.
Okay.
Use my bike to go to her. It's right next to it's right by my gym, by Virgin Active.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start visiting all my friends in the shop, go with a backpack to the shop on my bike.
Oh, well, that's actually quite cool because as you say, the fact that your mom's there as well. So, I mean, you can, like, in the afternoons, if you feel like
eat her food.
Have dinner with her. Dinner when you're done, go home and chill.
It's also just convenient. Like I can give her a key to my place, and if I need her to ever do anything or water a plant or a dog or whatever, then she can, help me out. So.
Okay, watering the dog, man.
Watering the plants and the dog.
I think it's called a bath. But
yesterday, I actually had a dream that someone bought me a golden retriever. Let me just tell you, the way I've been itching for a golden retriever, but I know logically not to get a dog right now. Like I'm not in the position responsibly to have one.
Okay.
I want to wait till I have a place firstly with a yard that can accommodate a big dog. Okay. And like this place that I'm going to, the yard is not big enough for a big dog. Like maybe like a little poodle could live there, And I don't want to do that to a dog. But like the way I've been itching for a golden retriever, I've been watching them on Instagram and TikTok. I'm like, these things are so cute.
Anything I can say is the hair. Yes, them and Alsatians, eh?
Yeah, yes, Alsatian. Oh, my mom also had a husky.
Yes.
Oh,
and
firstly, that thing ran away any moment it had, even though it had a golden life.
Yeah.
Secondly, it fucking sheds everywhere. And thirdly, it chewed everything up until the day it died. My mom's husky died of old age. It was like it lived a beautiful life. He died at the age of like 13 or 14 of old age, peacefully, sleeping, died like that. The day before he died, he chewed everything on the washing line.
It was like, look,
he was like,
putting in one more shift before I leave.
Huskies are menaces. Menaces.
They're very intelligent, I'll say.
They are.
So a friend of my dad's had a husky, and he also he like competed with koi fish. And one day he started noticing that his koi fish were disappearing.
Oh no.
And he started videoing the koi pond. And the husky would come and it would stick its nose into the koi pond and blow bubbles. Then obviously the fish would see the bubbles and go up to the top. And as they come close, it just grabs it up.
What a savage.
So even though he's never lived in the wild, somehow
He had the instinct.
he had the instinct.
My mom's husky jumped on the kitchen counter and got a hold of the peanut butter that was in the top cupboard. And then she found him. He got the peanut butter down and she found him holding it against the gate like this so that he could get a grip. And obviously like getting it all out with his tongue. Like, he was a menace. He ate light bulbs.
He
Yeah, he ate a pack of light bulbs, just left like the silver parts laying around. I can shoot it all. Had to take it to the vet.
I was going to say the fact that
100%. Vet was like his stomach acid digested it. He used to, with his front teeth, he used to chew the paint off the walls. He used to get bored and just like fucking go at it at the paint on the walls. I used to be like, Martin, you look like a savage with your. She's like, what the fuck must I do? No, he put us in tears so many times. Look, he was an amazing dog and he was so lovable and cuddly and whatever. But jeez, that's just,
destructive.
yeah, I think it did put me off the breed a little bit.
Also, the other thing is, feeling you are fairly high energy as well. I don't see you as like a lazy person, stuff, but you gotta always get a dog that matches
Your personality, yeah.
You know, like, if somebody who doesn't like walking, get something like bulldog. Dog that doesn't need a lot.
Saint Bernard. They lay down and bark.
That's it. But if you somebody who doesn't like walking, don't get a border collie or a Belgian Malinois.
Never, ever. No.
Then you're gonna hate your life.
I must say, I don't think I'll ever own a border collie as well, and not because I don't like them. I think they're one of the most beautiful breeds out there, but they're just too high, too intense. They need a. My ex had one actually, and he was very lucky because his parents owned a farm. So then, like during the day, when he would go to work, he would drop the dog off at the farm, and the dog would just can run at the farm or whatever. Then he'd fetch him end of the day or things like that. So then you're like, cool, he got it out during the day, so he didn't have to live in a big place.
Yes.
Because the dog was on the farm the whole day. But if you're living in a smaller place, you got to run with the dog a lot every day.
Yeah, I would say like a border collie probably 2 times with that like long distance.
100%. Yeah.
So you take the dog and it goes like a nice long run, get a nice hike.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
So,
Or if you ride your bikes, whatever. I think he used to ride his bike as well. The dog would just run.
So
Can go.
as long as they don't get in the way.
I feel like, how are golden retrievers with laziness though?
Yeah.
I don't feel like they're the most.
They're not the most energy. They
like their walks and stuff.
Yeah, but they're more like, I would say, the pet is, because Molly was 11. Not a golden retriever. I was going to say, because Molly.
Yeah. So that was my mom's husky. We used to call him Molly. Yeah, because he just fucked everything up. He was the Tasmanian devil. Fuck.
Yeah, Molly ate water. But,
Yo.
So golden retrievers are very.
I think they're more companion dogs. They like to be around you. Very clever. There's just something about that. They're just so damn cute.
So they are like, there's one video where the lady's like, who did this? And then there's two of them and it's like, I don't know. The one like going,
Tattletale.
yeah, the one who, she's like, who did this? And then the one goes, and he just puts his paw.
It was him.
And then the one whose paw he went, and then he goes and smashes it with his nose. Telling on me.
They're such nice dogs. The only thing about a retriever, or any of these dogs actually, is do you really want to own one alone? Then you got to get your dog a dog.
Yeah. No.
So that at least they have each other.
I genuinely would always get 2 dogs, and the only reason for that is companionship.
Yeah, to interact with each other.
So also, especially if you're going to feel really life when you're out quite a, then they're not at home by themselves.
100%, yeah.
So you see, like, I've got the 2. Also, it made this stage easier because they wouldn't cry as much because they
had each other.
And
oh, you got them both, like, okay.
They're from the same litter.
Oh, perfect.
So that's why I said, like, if I get another dog, it would also probably be 2 of them, just because they have it. Because, like, I'm out a lot.
Yeah.
If they get home by themselves, then it's not.
And that's when they become more destructive.
Oh, I don't think that having a companion house is
double the trouble.
Not that you got one instigating and the other one.
The one's like, oh, are we eating this? Okay.
Yeah. And then like, well, when mom gets home or dad gets home, you're in shit.
Yeah, you see, so I'd have to wait till I have like a big house.
And I say, you know what, like for instance, you have it with your partner. Yeah, being in
100%. But I do think I'll get one day. For now, I still have my little baby, my Nike, and he matches my personality. Like when it's couch time, he jumps up, just cuddles, likes to, he loves the cuddles. When it comes to like walking or anything like that, he just like wants to be by me. So he'll walk nicely just with me. chilled, doesn't care about anybody else, just wants to be by me.
And,
He's now a grandpa. He's 14. Yeah. He looks good. He's aged so well. He's still jumping on things. Yeah. Yeah, he's a silver fox. He's just not silver. He kept his color. So he honestly aged like fine wine. If I take him to the park and stuff, people still keep asking me if he's a puppy retriever.
Yeah.
I'm like, nope. He's a fully grown pavement special that just looks like one.
That's yeah.
Yeah. But look, he lives the life. Like, he's at the parlor religiously every month, and he eats good food, and he does whatever the hell he wants. Like, he lives a very good life.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spoiled shit, that one.
For having my birthday cake for household.
Mm.
They got it in the car, getting this.
For, what? Oh, yeah. What? There's like the doggy.
Yeah, so the bow wow wow.
The bow wow, yes.
Yeah, so I always get the chicken, the beef, each, and then sinews.
We were at a restaurant in Durban. I was with my friend Tasman, and she brought her dog with her. I can't remember what the dog is called, but it's like a big grey dog, very cute. And it was a dog-friendly restaurant. They were like, you know, they had like bowls out everywhere, da-da-da-da. And then we said to them, can you have like a little doggy menu? And they're like, what the hell is that? And I was like, don't you have anything like for the dogs? Like, no, we just put water out for them. I was like, so we just ordered a grilled chicken breast, and then got them to like cut it up and then gave her that.
Like,
So, like a little doggy menu. Yeah, and so does Tin Cup. I think these people do it as well.
Oh, I have seen it.
It's so much nicer when you can you know, when I was looking for a place, actually, like, I was so disgusted by how many people in Joburg are anti-animals. Everything is no animals allowed, no animals, no. I'm like, wow, why are people so... I don't understand.
Once again, I think...
You're in the real estate, actually.
But you see, once again, with the minorities, you see what will happen is you'll have people that look, that have control of their dog. And then you have people who have, and I hate to say that, 9 out of 10, people shouldn't have dogs, always you have.
And more than one.
Yeah. So
It's always like with kids.
it's exactly like being with kids.
The ones that shouldn't be parents, they're rocking 3 kids,
Yeah.
fucking around, and you're like, oh, all right.
Like the comedian Bill Burr says, you got to like ask yourself 2 questions when you're deciding to have like kids. Like, the person you're having the kid with, are they like a good human being, or you know, like, are they gonna achieve great things, whatever? And then there's another question I can't really remember, but I'll get it for next week. And he's like, so your kid, if you're gonna have a kid, you must hopefully do something great one.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's fucking adding to the population.
100%.
He's like, it's not that you're going to necessarily have a bad kid, but it's not going to help the world in any way. And he's he's just going to fill it up. And he's like, there's enough of us.
That seems like a selfish logic, but it's not incorrect. But he is right. Like, I think people forget that it's values and morals and intellect that raises your children, not good looks.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't matter how hot you are or how much fun you have. What's there that's going to be valuable to raise that child, you know?
And also it's going to create a good functioning human being.
A good functioning human being that is going to, like you said, contribute to society.
Not can drain.
No.
And unfortunately more drain than radiate. Also, it's you.
more drain than radiate. Oh my God, I love that.
So so now, like, talking about the dogs, and that's what I'm saying, like, with complexes and stuff like that. Like, for instance, I've got this lady who's got this, like, massive poodle next door. That thing barks incessantly at everyone that passes.
It's always the little ones.
So it's like, you know, like, then it's like, that sort of shit that gets people's backs up against having, because you're like, if you control your dog, like mine will bark. So I'll let it bark a little bit because she's maybe just like warning somebody, like, look, I'll check you or whatever.
Yeah.
But if it goes on for slightly too long, I'm out of there.
Reprimanding.
Hey, get in the house and shut up.
Yeah.
So don't be a nuisance. Like, you can bark because I'm glad that you're being vigilant and protective. So that's cool.
Yeah, you got to let them also do their thing.
Yes. There's a difference between being protective and just yapping.
And the little ones yapping.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And then the other problem is, once again, people let their dogs destroy things. You know, like the skirting boards and shit like that. And
Okay, that is true.
and then eventually you as a homeowner, you're like, I don't want dogs here because like the dogs, or they scratch the crap, like you leave them at home, they get separation anxiety,
They scratch the doors and stuff.
or they fit you through.
Well, I mean, so yes, I do agree with that, but also you've taken a deposit. So like use the deposit to, although that's also, no, I get it. It's obviously then just easier. But what I don't understand is like in complexes, it'll be like, no, it's not a pet friendly complex. Why not just say it's only pet friendly if the owner's living there? Because now I'm like, hold on, I want to purchase a place, but you fucking telling me in a place that I'm putting money down for. I'm not renting it, I'm purchasing it, and you telling me I can't have my own animal. Where's the logic in that?
Yeah, you see, the other thing that's become a major thing, and I know because of Nicholas, cats are a major issue. A lot of complexes now will allow you to have dogs, but not cats.
I have heard that.
Because obviously cats you cannot confine to an area. So they roam. And I mean, like Nicholas got a bird. So, and the bird's out of its cage during the day. So you got to be careful. You leave your door open and you go somewhere, then the bloody cats are in there, and also the cats roam into other people's gardens.
The only problem with that is that, like you said, they roam. You can't control them. So, like, I think in one of the complexes that I once lived in, it was like ours couldn't have cats, but the complex next door could. And then, anyways, the cats from next door were in our complex. So I'm like, what were we achieving here?
Yeah.
Actually, nothing.
Yeah, sure. And you will tell if with these cats there will be.
And yeah, cats fight with each other.
They're like a gang.
They are. I still love cats, to be honest. Just because I love them all. I do like to cuddle with my sister's cat, but she's not a troublemaker. She just stays inside or whatever. But yeah, you can't control cats. They will just do their own thing.
Yeah.
And they don't give a fuck about you.
And that's the thing. So like, yeah, it's a bit of it because on their group there's whatever. Can you please keep cats within your property?
I have seen it on my mom's as well. There's like one cat that's apparently just like being a menace to everybody in the complex. Everyone's complaining about this one cat.
And that's the other thing. They, as you said, they tend to fight. And they never fight at 4 in the afternoon.
No, it's 3 a.m.
Exactly.
I think you've been fucking being possessed or what?
Yeah. You're trying to sleep.
And you're like,
And they used to,
then your own cat is by the window like,
yeah, I gotta protect our shit. Yeah, so that's the other problem. They pick their fights at the rock.
They really do.
But anyway.
I wonder why they do that. It really is always like when it's quiet at like 2 a.m, that's when they make shit.
Because I think, because they're natural hunters, and they probably try and hunt rats and stuff.
When everyone's sleeping.
And rats are more active in the evening.
Like lions. That's what lions do, obviously, when everyone is quiet. When everything's quiet. Then
Yeah, there is a day they reach on.
Just chilling.
Yeah,
Yeah, they live the life.
Yeah, the life of Riley.
Yeah.
So anyway, you said you had a few questions.
Well, I was going to ask one question now, saying, what are your December plans?
At this stage, probably just be in Joburg, eh? Firstly, I'm not somebody that goes away in December quite often.
And Joburg is a vibe in December because it's so quiet.
The first reason I don't generally go away is because when you go away, it's always more expensive that time of the year.
They escalated.
It's so busy. I mean, like if you want to go to a restaurant and you're down at the coast, you've got to book because the restaurants are all busy. The beaches are extremely busy, you know, like to find a spot. So because I don't have kids and I can pretty much go anytime.
Whenever, yeah.
So my birthday is the 10th of Jan. So
okay.
So I generally go away
for your birthday rather.
That second week in Jan.
And that's when everyone's come back to work. So you're going at like the best time.
100%, and all the malls come back. I go down. The restaurants are chill.
Yeah. Prices are back to normal.
100%. Like the one year we went down 1 week before my birthday. The first week our accommodation cost, let's say, 14 grand. The next week it was 7,500.
No, look, that is true.
It's off us.
It is.
So
like Cape Town in December, I will not.
It's ridiculous.
Won't touch it.
So the thing is, if you have got kids, then obviously you've got to go.
You've got to entertain them.
Yeah, and you've got to go at the times when the schools are closed. But if you don't have kids, you pretty much go whenever you want. And the other thing is, I guess at the moment, there's little plans in yours because I know you were going to.
So I was supposed to go to Thailand, but initially what had happened is a lot of my friends had landed up with different like plans in their life or whatever. So I do have a friend that's going, but then because they had already booked, it would have been a thing that I would have had to book my tickets and then book all of the accommodations around them, but alone.
Yes.
And I was like, that just doesn't seem viable to me, because initially it was at least going to be like 2 or 3 of us that would then go book the places around the other friend and then, go around together. Now I'm like, I don't really want to go around Thailand alone, things like that, because our dates are just not matching up as they're going. But she's going with her family. So I'm like, Additionally, from there, I didn't think I was going to move. Now I've packed in a lot of money into moving when, moving's not cheap, and everything that I need to buy for it and paying for the place and things like that. So that has also given me a little bit of a knock. And then I bought a bike.
Yeah.
So I want to still try and do like a little quiet trip. So my sister and them still want to maybe go to Sabi for like a week, where it's like, we don't want restaurants, we don't want anything like that. We want to get like a house. We find a house that's got like a pool, a boma, whatever. Literally just chill for like 5 to 7 days, do nothing. It'll be hot, not be in commercial places, literally just chill out and go like that. So I might go to Sabi for like 5 days.
Okay.
Other than that, I think I'll be staying put in Joburg as well.
Okay. So yeah, and I know you're obviously a big bush, but
big time.
So be right up your alley.
It was one of those things for me that because I've been in the UK so much this year, every time I've gone away now, it's been cold. Last December, I stayed in Joburg because I had some mental things I was working through. It rained every fucking day. I didn't even use our pool at all. So that was depressing. Then in Feb, I told you when my family came over, it was cold in Feb. Like we had a shit summer last year. And then went to the UK, cold. Went to Ireland, cold. And now I'm just like, my body's craving a little bit of warmth.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Sabi just is one of those. It's right by the Kruger. It's always hot. And I know when I go there in December, it's going to be like 40 degrees. Yeah. So I was like this, I get to lounge around by the pool for 5 days straight, get a bit of a tan going on, feel relaxed, and it doesn't break the pocket.
Okay.
So.
But you'll be on leave.
Yeah.
Okay, so even when you're back.
Yeah. So I'm actually technically on a long leave this year. I think I'm off for like 3 weeks. Like 3 weeks straight, just off. But yeah, I'll still use our pool and everything, yeah. Chill, yeah, whatever. But I don't want to go into the chaos of KZN and Cape Town, and I don't have patience for it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And your new place?
And I'm going to enjoy my own place, actually, yeah.
Is there a pool?
There is not, but I mean, I'm just always going to be at my sister anyway.
Yeah.
Their place is just magnificent, so yeah.
So
100%. I still have the key. I'm still keeping my key. So, and during the day, I said like at least twice a week, I'll still go work with my sister at her house because we have like a good structure. We work together. So I want to try and keep that up.
Yeah.
Otherwise, in my place, I do have a room that I'm making into a full office because I work from home. So just like have everything, my screens, my this, my that, so that I don't have to move my laptop ever.
Yeah.
But I am doing like a full-on office as well. So then I'll bounce between the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and that's the scary part. That December is basically.
It's like, yeah. What are we in like mid-September now? October, November, just 3 months.
Then, and then everything starts shutting down. Christmas, New Year's, and then the rat race starts again.
It's going to be like a weird week because that's when everybody else goes away. And this year, all my friends are going away. So I'm going to have that weird limbo week, between Christmas and New Year's, let's say, where you're just like, who am I going to be with?
I love that.
I also love that week.
Because it's like literally, it's like a chilled week. Everyone is generally on leave. So there's like always need somewhere or something.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This year, like literally, like all my friends are away. So I won't be doing casual bras or anything. Yeah. But we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. And do you have a man now?
I was going to say, and your man?
It's so new. That's the only issue. So I don't know if he's actually planned anything with like his family or whatever. That's probably something we should speak about.
Well, I guess, like if he's going to be around.
No, 100%. If he's around, then I actually won't care. Then I'm going to be like, this is chill. We're going to take our bikes out. We can, do a whole bunch of stuff. So then it will be lekker.
And also, once again, the reason I asked is because if he's around, then he might, there are things that might be around, so he might be.
Oh, yeah, you'll probably still be social and whatever, yeah.
With some of his mates.
That is true. But I do just I plan on spending most of my time chilling by the pool, yeah, getting a tan. I've been so pale this whole year because I've been in England and everywhere else where there's no fucking sun.
So
I've been so pale this year. It's been ridiculous.
yesterday, lay in the sun on the line on the pool, and then my wife's just like, device is overheating. You need to go. And I was like, oh, there's my son. Get out of the sun.
There was a nice day yesterday and I was stuck at a funeral all day. But, what can you do? And this was like the first time that it wasn't just a memorial. It was like a church service, the burial, all of that. And then afterwards, a wake.
He was
4 ways. Yeah, so the Serbian Orthodox church is in Sunning Hill. And then there's a cemetery in 4 ways. So it was like Sunning Hill at the church, which was like, and all us women are in like heels, black outfits, whatever. It's scorching hot. My feet are killing me. Then to the burial, do all of that. Then to the wake afterwards. That's why I fell asleep by 8 o'clock. Literally, I was like an old woman yesterday. But the sun was killing us. And then I think also just that heaviness of being at a funeral and everyone around you crying and you're just so emotionally drained. That job, I went to the park with Adriano, that's his name. Went to the park, we had some sushi at the park. I love the park. I don't know why. I like to put a blanket down at the park and just eat there and chill.
like there's
A nice one here in Maysdale.
Even
That little, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so we went there, had some sushi, and then by the time we got home, we were both like, KO. Yeah. But he went riding during the day, so I think he was also knackered from being on his bike and whatever. So, yeah.
I must say, back in the day, I used to enjoy a drive.
Mm.
So, for instance, I played baseball, the girl I was dating at the time was playing netball, and we all meet, stack up, let's say about 5 o'clock on Saturday evening, shower, go, get in the car, go to the drive-in.
Oh, and the drive-in was the thing, eh?
And then you end up falling asleep in the back of the car, you wake up.
But it's also the best naff, eh?
It is.
Oh, the best.
And I mean, back then, I'm not even joking, I think it was like 35 rated, both of us. And then you get a few movies.
Yes.
And you pack your own shit and so you get everything.
No ways, that's so lacquer.
And then you just get them off. We go at about 1 o'clock in the morning. We locking up, you need to go. Another back door, front door.
My problem is we don't have a lot of things like that anymore. That's literally what our problem was yesterday. We were knackered, but we weren't in the mood to be home and make a meal. So I wasn't in the mood to cook. But then also at the same time, I wasn't in the mood to be at a restaurant per se. So then eventually, because he's not from here, I remembered the park and I was like, hold on, what if we just go get something to eat? I brought a blanket in his car and I was like, we could put a blanket down and we can just talk shit and eat the food or whatever. And that's what we did. And it was so lacquer.
Yeah.
And then we were laying on that blanket a little bit and we were like, okay, we're getting tired. So okay, let's go home and sleep.
Right.
He put on, I don't know, something on YouTube, barks and whatever, and I fell asleep.
You're gone.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to watch that. It's fucking boring.
He's still going, oh, that's good for sleeping.
Yeah. You put something on so I can just go to bed.
Oh, yeah, that's always the thing. So, with my ex, it was, we always wanted to go to bed together, but then she's always like, you can't put on football. And then, because I think the crowd noise on it.
Okay.
You can't put on music. Okay? So she's like, you gotta something
Really?
boring or it can't be interesting either, because then I want to watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm going, okay. So the person who's going to go sleep
Is the one being so picky right now.
the one who decides what the person that's going to stay
Awake.
is watching. And it's none of it is.
So I will say I'm the best girlfriend when it comes to that. I don't mind the TV on, music, anything. If it's time to go to bed, I don't care what you're watching. I don't care what you're doing. I don't even care if the thing's blaring. When I decide I want to sleep, I'll sleep. It doesn't matter through what.
Yes.
What I'm noticing, my problem is I don't like loud mornings. So I can wake up today I woke up at 6:30 because we had gotten so much sleep. 6, I think we woke up. But he is very puts music on straight away, very hyper, very and I got so overstimulated to the point where I got irritated. And I was like, oh, this is a problem. And that's what he does every morning in his life. And I was like, oh, no. Only after 7:45 when I was in the shower, only after that did I get to a very happy. I'm not a miserable morning person. I'm just a very neutral one. I'm just calm, whatever. And then he was just so hyper in the morning, and he wakes up, as he opens his eyes, he wakes up like talking and happy and whatever. To the point where I had to say to him, like, can you just shh for a little bit? Like, and I felt bad, but I was like, I need you to just actually calm down a bit. Like, it was too much for me. I got so overstimulated. And it got me like a little bit worried because I was like, oh my God, no, I can't have every morning happen like that. No fucking way.
Oh, people just, as I got better at watching boring movies in bed. And I was like, give me a crap movie, I'll watch the shit up.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to this. I even went to bought wireless headset so that I could watch, so that the TV, because
Yes.
it always starts like, there you go, turn it down, please.
So now I've said to him, like, please feel free. Like, feel free. Go to the rest of the house. Go watch TV, whatever you need to do. Even go on your reels. I don't even mind the sound of the phone in the morning. But just don't be all up in me in the morning. Like, just, I need to ease into my morning. I can't be having like a full-on conversation. Like, he literally wakes up already, putting stuff on YouTube, watching bikes, naming all of them. And I'm like, I don't care about any of that. I feel so bad, but I'm just like, no, it was too much.
Yeah,
we'll adjust.
Find out the keys.
Yeah.
As I said, eventually I'm getting very good at lip reading on the TV. The volume was so far down, and I was like, what did she say?
Don't you put the subtitles on?
I don't know if you can on him now.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, so because it was back then.
Yeah. No. On the streaming ones you can.
So anyway, so I got good at lip reading. But you see, you
So you're learning things like that.
Yeah.
I didn't have that with my ex. I didn't feel it or know that I was someone like that because he was a ease into the morning type of person as well. So he would wake up, go to the kitchen. He would make 2 cups of coffee. He'd make one for me, but he would take his own, drink his own a little bit first, sit on his reels a bit, whatever, and then ease into bringing me mine, whatever. He was very good with that type. So I didn't even realize that was my personality. I just thought it was normal.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, now with Adriana, I'm like, oh, wait, hold on. I like an easy morning. This is too much for me.
Yes.
So I don't know what I'm going to do with that.
So I'm feeling much also an ease into the morning thing. So like Nicola a lot of times will be like, you're not really a morning person. And I'm like, I am, but I'm not cranky.
I'm not cranky either.
But I'm just quiet.
I'm just neutral.
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't talk a hell of a lot when I first wake up because I'm like getting situated.
You can talk to me even, but like it can't be like too much or high or whatever. Just like we can have normal like, how's it? How'd you sleep?
Yeah.
What do you want to do today? Things like I can embark in that.
But you see, so as I say, she's also fairly chill. She gets up, she puts music on, but then like that'll be in the lounge, and then she'll like start doing a workout. Then she brings the bird to the house and she'll feed the bird. I like she comes, she brings me my like tablets and she goes on hold. So hey, your other half used to bring you coffee.
Yeah.
I get in to see and all my tablets. The old man. Drink your pills.
Do you have like one of those pill boxes?
Yes,
I have one of those as well.
But I have to. Those are the ones you don't mean. I'll take the pill in the morning.
Yeah.
In the evening, I'm like,
I have 2 pill boxes, and the one is the AM and the one is the PM.
I just take everything in the morning.
I am going to discard of them now though, because I am done taking all my meds end of this month. So
I'm unfortunately in that position where I've got so many things.
it's just age.
Well, I don't really eat veg and fruit.
Oh yeah, you said
I
that.
to take like this
Vitamins.
supplement. Then I've got for my my acid reflux. I've got like Nexium. Then I've got my cholesterol tablet. Then so
Damn.
That's what happens when you get old. Shit starts falling off.
No, listen, I was so cocky with my mom when I was in my early 20s, and I was like, oh, that shit won't happen to me. I'll stay skinny forever, blah, blah, blah. And now that I'm in my 30s, I was like, whoo, mom, you were right. Things are so much harder in your 30s. It's harder to lose weight. It's harder to stay healthy.
Your body.
Honestly, some of your joints really do just start clicking for no reason. Now, I'm not saying I'm like old or my back is fat or whatever, but I can honestly feel the difference in my joints from my 30s to my early 20s.
100%. So I'll give you an example. So when I was in my 20s, I'd go to the gym. Within like 2 months, you start noticing shit. You know, like out, let's see my arms are looking good and my chest. So your body just pulls and heals and whatever. And then as you get older.
And you could do it with drinking.
Yeah. Once I think as I was younger, I didn't drink as much as I.
Okay.
But then, yeah, as I said, I think as we got older, then suddenly I was like, yes, it's now shit. I feel like I'm gymming my whole life away. And fuck,
Just for one puny little muscle. Just for it to half come out.
no, shit.
I also feel like that. I feel like weight-wise, it's been the hardest now
Yeah.
in my 30s. I'm just maintaining it has been the hardest for me.
Yes.
Harder than, in my 20s for sure.
But anyway, and like as I said, as soon as I turned 40, off. I totally started doing my key. It's like it just falls apart.
You're telling me that's what I have to look forward to?
Yes. Enjoy it while it lasts. The good thing is when I turned 30, I thought my life was over. I was like, oh God, I'm 30 now. Now it's fucking downhill all my...
No, I never had that. When I turned 30, everyone was like, oh my God, did you ever cry on your 30th? This and I was like, no. I was stoked to go into my 30s. I was like, I'm richer. I got no kids. At that time, I didn't really have a partner or whatever. I was like, I'm happy. I just live for me. Like, I went into my 30s happy.
And then when I got to 50, I was like, we've survived the 30s.
40 is the new 30, man.
Yes. No, I don't know. Like, as I said, 40 didn't bother me. 40, I was quite chuffed not getting to. 30, I was like, what have I done with my life?
I think that does happen a lot to people. They're just like, what have I done? Am I at the right spot? Have I progressed enough? Da, 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 da.
So
I didn't have that.
Yeah, so for me, like, I was in a really good job. I was happy at my job. I was obviously married at that stage. I had everything. It was just, you just feel like you want to cling to that youth, the carefree days. And like,
I feel like I'm still doing that.
So, yeah, but as I said, we got to keep doing it. So.
It's a mindset.
Yeah, it is.
I have a friend, everything she does, she's like, oh yeah, but like I'm almost 40, she's 39. I'm like, why do you always say it like it's the end of the fucking world?
It's like
anything. When it comes to working hours, when she's got 2 kids, anything it comes to, she's like, yeah, but I'm almost 40. I'm like, you know what, you irritate me. Then I look at like my sister and her mates, and they're like 40, 45, some of them are even 50. They're training, they're jawling, they're traveling, they're doing it all. Some of the kids, some of them have like just had kids. Some of them have kids that are like 15. They are all flipping doing it. And I always say to her, I'm like, girl, you're 39, and I know people who are like much older than you and are not living with such terrible mindset. Like, it's a mindset all the way.
It is. It's like there's the one meme about perception where the guy goes, so I have this one friend, he has 6 on 10, works out all day long, chills, doesn't really have to work, but then he says he fucking hates being in prison.
Oh God.
So
Be like, his life sounds great.
But you take the street to the south. So it's all about perception. It's how you look at things.
Wow.
But I think that is definitely something. Like, for instance, like people ask me something and I'll be like, well, once again, it's a perception. It's like, you maybe think that this is something great. I might not think that. And you've got to take your situation again, figure it out to be like, you know what? God, so maybe
there's no right or wrong.
Maybe I'm not extremely wealthy, but maybe I've got a lot of time on my hands and I can't get a lot of me time. Or, you know, like maybe you earn a great salary, and then also maybe you're a little bit more busy and stressed.
Yeah.
So
maybe your health is more at risk. Yeah.
If it is. But once again, but then try and look at the positives. You've got all the money in the world. You can buy whatever you want. You put your kids through a good school, all that sort of stuff. If you're the other guy, you haven't got all of that. Like, fuck, you got less stress.
Yeah.
I was probably there.
Like we said last week, I don't own a car, I don't own a house, I don't own anything. I'm homeless. Actually, I have everything.
You have everything. The world is your wits.
I don't have to pay household insurance.
That's it. And then the other thing is also, as I said, I really think a lot of times the best thing to do, just because firstly it makes you extremely flexible. If you tomorrow decide you want to move somewhere else in the world or even maybe in our country, you can go. You don't have to sell a house before you can go.
True.
Firstly, like I always say to people, when you rent, your rent is the maximum amount you're going to pay to live. When you have a bond, that is the minimum amount.
Yes. Yeah. That's true.
So, and also, once again, it's something breaks when you're renting, not your problem. Like having a house on maintenance.
Yeah.
Phone the landlord and say, look, the geyser burst. Sort it out. You don't have to do all that shit.
I think one of the things about buying, so this one I've said like I'm gonna hopefully see with them if I can be first option to buy it.
Yes.
Because I would like to. It's in a nice spot. But obviously I do my due diligence first.
Yeah.
I think the main thing that comes with owning it is obviously people want it as an investment for later on in life. You can make money off of it later.
Yeah.
And then additionally, you do get to do with it what you want then.
Yeah. Yeah. You get it.
You know, you can hit and renovate and you can do whatever you want and things like that. So I think that would be ideal. But for now, like, you know, like I was like, even thinking of my job, like I heard about another one in Sandton. I was like, should I be taking meetings? Like, you should never want to not progress, right? Then I was like, fuck, imagine I buy this house and then I go and get a job in Sandton. I'll be so min.
Yeah, because then you got to travel there.
Yeah. So I think for now, I just want to suss it out and get used to living alone and things like that. And then after that, make some decisions of like, okay, what do I want to actually buy?
And also the other thing is, I really think it's always good to wait, buy something until you're in a fairly long-term relationship.
Okay.
Because otherwise, you also get to a point where you buy a house and you get into a serious relationship.
And they had a house.
And now you got to sort of figure it out to be either rent out or whatever the case may be. And especially because you're all still fairly young. I mean, you are going to get to that point where you're probably going to get married and live together. You know, like I'm sort of at that next stage where, that's always something that you want to do.
Yeah.
Also, like,
but obviously you're like, well, up until that point, I had to progress in my life as well, you know.
So, and that's what I say. So, like, recently, or you maybe find somebody and then buy something together.
Maybe.
So, because I say, like, my dad, for instance, he's got a place, his girlfriend's got a place, and she wants him to move in with her, and he's like, fuck that, I'm not getting rid of my place. All your shit's in your place, and then you're going to want me to get rid of my shit. And then where do we go from there?
Yeah.
So then it's always this, like, back and forth.
Yeah, I get that.
So also the other scary part is when you start moving in, especially older people, you accumulate a lot of crap.
So much crap.
Like, I mean, like, for instance, Nicola's got a 3-bedroom place. Her place is full. I've got a 3-bedroom place. My place is full.
Now imagine you had to put that together.
Exactly. It's like, where will all our shit go?
No, you would have to come to some sort of a, we don't need this, we do need this, we don't need this, we do.
I'm on the other side of the spectrum where I'm like, we're just going to have to get a big place. A place that accommodates everyone.
Rent both out.
Yes.
And then get one big one.
Be there. Because I'm always I'd rather be looking at it than be looking for it. I'd rather have the space and not need it and need the space and not have it.
You know, sometimes you're throwing these sayings at me that are just so funny.
So, like, literally, like, I'm the type of guy that I'm like, if I win the lotto, I'll stay in like a 20-bedroom mansion by myself. Everyone's like, what do you do with it? And I'm like, I don't know.
No.
Have a space, I'll have it.
No, I am the opposite. No thanks. I don't want to deal with an influx amount of space that just connects dirt, this, that. Don't want to do it. No.
It's funny, actually. It doesn't collect as much dust as you think. So, when I was still with my ex-wife, we had a 4-bedroom place, and funny enough, 2 out of the 4 bedroom almost never
got used.
Yeah, never needed cleaning. So because literally
just close the windows, close the door.
Come in, just wipe down, fix sweep. No need for mopping. There's not really any.
Yeah.
So a lot of that.
I think it also depends where you live. Like, so where I live now is on the mountain.
Yes.
There's a lot of wind there. So like, fuck, as you've opened the door, you can clean literally that morning, that afternoon. The stove has like dust on it like this.
100%.
Just because you've had the windows open.
Especially this time of the year. I can see it now. Like,
yeah, it's dry.
Literally, you just touch the countertops and you're like, shit, they got dust on them. And then you say, somebody just ate them this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, it's so annoying. But anyways, I'm stoked. I'm excited. I'll keep everyone updated on what's going on. Thank you.
Yeah, things are moving forward.
I know, it's so scary. I'm such an adult.
But it's scary yet exciting.
Yeah, very exciting. And then,
so you must
I'm so excited. And I'm so excited. I've already been looking at the videos of the place like a million times. We're like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm like, I've got everything in my head. I just need to now execute it.
And has it got a like place, like, sort of just have like a drink here?
It's got a nice patio and a little yard.
Nice.
So I'll put a bra there. And the patio is a decent size. Like I could probably fit an 8-seater if I wanted to. I'm probably going to get like couches, patio furniture.
Yes.
But like in perspective. If I wanted to, I could put... Yeah, but I want to put like an maybe two seaters and 2 chairs or something like that. I want like more of a comfortable
Yeah.
vibe, so I can drink wine out there.
Yes.
But yeah, so or coffee actually in the morning. But yeah, so it's a little yard. I can put a bra. It's got a really nice patio. The size is good. But then on the other side, it's got like a separate courtyard thing. So like none of my washing or anything has to be by the patio or the washing by the yard or anything. So
It's like
yeah, very, very exciting.
look forward to hearing about it.
Yeah.
And hopefully when you have a housewarming.
I don't know if I'll have one. Do people still do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I used to do housewarmings in sessions. Like, I don't want 1 million people at my house in one go.
Okay.
This group of friends one day, that group of friends, split them up. So my OCD can
Okay, yeah.
feel, because when I got 14 or 20 people in my
Yeah, like when you said it, that's also what I was like, oh, but like maybe I can have my family over one day for dinner, and then like the next day I'll just have like all my girls over and be like, cool, call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
Anyway,
But yeah, that's what's new, that's what's happening, and that's it.
anyway, in that bombshell, have a good week.